Hey good people, welcome to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me this morning, y'all. We are gonna go through my morning basically, and I usually do my makeup. I haven't been recording so much in the morning, but I'm gonna go through all my makeup steps using my Sephora Holy Grails. That's really what I've been going to lately. So if you want to see that, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with those who feel the same way, definitely consider joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I'm great. My regular voice is not here yet. You see that? I can't even get up early because this one's up already at 5. He was up at 4:30.
I'm going to read with her. My phone goes on for screen time.
Your phone is going off screen time at 6:30. So right now you can watch a movie. You can watch an animal show.
No.
Get off my phone. I love you very much.
Oh. I want to go screen.
I understand you want to take it off now, but I'm not.
I want it.
I know you love it. I do. I totally get it. So, you know, I got up at like 5:06 today. My alarm went off and I was like, I just have to press snooze one time. I've been doing 5:30. It is currently 5:42. And I'm just going to go through my makeup routine from the very, very, very beginning. So I washed my face. I don't use a Sephora product for that, but I did.
Now.
I'm not taking it off now.
Why put away? How? It's not going to be working. What am I screen? No one could be with that.
This is supposed to be my personal time. Okay, I'm going to take it off I'm going to take it off at 7 instead of 6:30.
Why do I say that?
Well, I put on this toner. You see how radiant my skin looks? This is from Kiehl's. This is probably my third one of these and I absolutely love it. Now, what I will say is I don't purchase Kiehl's from Sephora, but they do have this at Sephora and you may have points or something that you want to use. But this is the Ferulic Brew Rejuvenating Facial Essence. So this is good for the radiance. It's good for making your skin smooth. And I do use it morning. Well, it depends. I usually use it once a day. So I just put that on. And the next thing that I'm going to do is put on my Fenty Flash Nap. Oh, y'all can't even see that. That is supposed to help with tired looking eyes. Now, I don't feel like I look too tired this morning, but some mornings I do because my sleep is not the greatest. So I usually put this on and just let that marinate. And then I put on a moisturizer. And this one is not from Sephora. I'm sorry I said everything was from Sephora. But everything else after the moisturizer will be. So right now, this is just something I had in my skincare drawer. So I'm just using what I have. But this is the Origins Ginseng Energy Boosting Gel Moisturizer. It's oil free. I usually use one from Kiehl's though. I love me some Kiehl's. Kiehl's is my #1 favorite skincare brand, which they do carry all of their products at Sephora. So y'all see how August weaseled his way into my bed. It's happening frequently, but I think he's going through a little something, I don't know. So I let him come in there, but he just has to accept that I might be recording. It doesn't bother him, So now that I have moisturized, the next thing I do is I prep my brows. Now I'm gonna try to do this the best that I can on camera. My favorite brow, oh no, you know what else I gotta do? My lash serum. My lashes are growing, y'all. I need a mirror. This is the Grande Lash Serum. And I started back up with this maybe a month ago now, 3 weeks to a month ago, and I am seeing a difference. So this is just a mini one. I didn't realize I had it. So I'm debating getting a bigger one at the Sephora Savings event because it's expensive. Like this mini one, it's like $36 and the regular size is 68 or something. So I just take it and put it across my upper lashes in the mornings. You're only supposed to do it once a day, but sometimes I do it at night too. But I haven't had any negative side effects with using it twice a day. but it says once a day. Next, I like to prep my brows. Now, what I like to do is use my Patrick Ta Brow Lamination Gel. I've been using that pretty much since I started with brow gel. This is really the only one I use, so I usually do repurchase one of these during the savings event. And this is when I will go off and do something else while I let these sit. So that's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to get ready like I normally do. So this one's starting to get used up because I can tell when it starts sticking on each other like that. I do have two of these, but both of them are pretty much like this. So that's how I know that I need to get a new one. Now, you don't want to use too much of this. And let me just zoom in so y'all can see my brows. So this is what my brows look like in the regular, without anything on. All right, so what I do is I just try to get the wax in there first. And it's just a process because I like it to start to dry, because I notice that my brows still fall sometimes. So I like to keep combing through it and making sure that that brow wax is on there. And that way when it starts to dry, I can kind of mold the hairs that I have the way that I want them. So you'll see, because sometimes they look a little crazy, a little rough. And I learned this technique from, what is her name? Miriam? I have to link her channel. I don't watch her a lot, but I do like her. I was obsessed with trying to get somewhat of a feathery but natural looking brow, and she had this technique. So just making sure you get that wax and rough your brows up, just rough them up. This is so fun recording in the morning. I forgot how fun it is, but usually I'm rushing. I usually don't get up this early to do my makeup. I usually do my makeup from about 7 o'clock to 7:15, and then we're out of here. So maybe we'll get to school early. So there's the first one, there's the next one. Those, you don't want to put too much, because like now that this is starting to dry up, I am getting a few little flaky pieces, but I usually don't have an issue with this flaking or anything like that. Sometimes I do get it on my skin, and then that will show. If you get too much on your skin, you'll just have to peel it off, just because I'm being a little wild. Usually I don't have an issue. So they're my brows. I do need to pluck some hairs, and that's okay, because that's what it is. The next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get dressed. So I'm going to let my brows sit. I'm going to change my clothes, get Marky something to eat, and then I will be back for the next steps in my routine. And that just gives the makeup a chance to soak in. But I mean, I don't always do my makeup like that, but I do like to let the ingredients work. I believe that's what's happening. I don't know if that's what's happening, but I believe I'm letting the makeup soak in and the skincare get all up into my skin. So I will be back with my hoodie, because that's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a hoodie, jeans. Let's just check the weather. How about that? It's definitely gonna be a hoodie though. I'll be right back. Back in a jiffy. Okay, I know I said I was gonna get dressed, but I ended up having to sit here and format a memory card because, long story. But anyway, that took like 5 minutes. So now the brow products are dry. So now I'm gonna get into the second brow product that I use, and then I'm gonna get dressed. So the next thing I'm gonna use in my brows that I love, and I didn't really discover I loved it until I started using it a year after I bought it. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows Micro Precision Tinted Brow Gel. Now, depending on the look I want with my brows, this is like the most natural. But if you see me do, well, you probably haven't seen me do my brows before, and this might be a struggle, but I usually use drugstore products. Aside from the Patrick Ta, I usually use my Maybelline Express Brow, and I do have this Revlon semi-permanent brow ink that I'm using. But today I'm going to try to just stick with the Charlotte Tilbury, and that's what I do sometimes. It just depends on what I'm going for. What I love about this is how small this spoolie is, and it's able to catch some hairs. I don't know, I feel like it makes my brows look a little more put together. And I'm just letting y'all know my brows might look a mess because I don't do my brows on camera, but I am gonna make an attempt, and then if I need to, I'll fix them up when I get dressed. That makes more sense. I usually wipe it off because I don't want my brows to be dark, and I usually start like here because I like the sparseness in the front of the brow. And even just that little bit has caught on to some hairs and given some tint. It just depends on how you like to do your brows and what you're looking for. It doesn't always come out the best, but I really do like this product a lot, and I'm usually able to get away with just using that. So I don't know if you can tell the difference right there, but I can, and I like the way that that looks. I feel that it looks very natural. I try not to really get it on my skin, then I just extend it like that. And that's really it. I try to make that outline, and then what I usually do is if I need to, I go into my Express brow if that's what I want to do. And I'm not looking for my brows to be perfect. I'm just looking to be put together. You know what I'm saying? And I like how this looks. I am gonna go over one more time. Then you can like build it up. I just like to get that outline first. And I don't do too much with the top, making it structured, but since you have that spoolie, you can make the hairs, stand up a little more. I'm not sure if this has any holding. It does say it's a gel, so I'm thinking that it has some, but not sure. But I'm okay with this brow. All right, this is gonna be the tough one. So, cause this one, I mean, not only am I going across, but like right here, there needs to be some filling in of the situation. I also think that having the wax, it somewhat gives up the brow product a little something to cling on to. So that's why I like to do the wax first. The brow lamination gel. Because what I've noticed is if I do my brows with a pencil or something that is tinted first, this brow lamination gel kind of disintegrates it. Is it disintegrate? I don't know, but you can tell, like, and it breaks it up. That's the word I'm looking for, I think. So just little short strokes, and I'm assuming this is like a black brown. Yep, black brown. So let me find out. Charlotte Tilbury has one of my holy grails, but like I saw this in my drawer where I have a lot of like sample mascaras and things like that, and I was like, when did I even buy this? I have no idea what would have prompted me to buy this product, but I'm so glad I did, and I went in my drawer and found it because I've been using it ever since, pretty much on a daily basis. Sometimes I put a little bit up in the front just to make it even with the other brow, but you know, this is a little thin right here, so like that might be an area where I go in with my pencil. No, they're not the same, but I think they look good. I love doing my brows first because once you start putting a whole bunch of makeup on and all that, it just is too much, like, I don't know, emollient, because I already have on my skincare stuff. So next we're gonna go into primer, and one of my favorite primers, and then I'm gonna get dressed, sorry, is, it just makes sense to do it this way. The Cali Ray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer with collagen peptides. And this is a plumping hydrator, a pore eraser, oil controller, and makeup replacer. And you can definitely feel this. Ooh, I did not put on, I'm gonna have to do something, I don't know. Cause usually I do put on sunscreen. I'll be honest, I have not been as consistent since the weather changed, but we all know that's a lie. You need sunscreen every day. So I did skip that. So what I will use for my sunscreen, I have a Tatcha moisturizing sunscreen primer, but they don't sell that at Sephora anymore. But I was actually thinking about getting the serum again because someone told me that they fixed the packaging. So I might put that in my cart. That packaging was horrible, y'all. It was a hot mess express. But this is what I like to use here. I may use one from Milani, but we're going with Cali Ray for primer. This is one of my favorite primers. That's what it looks like. And when you put this on, it makes your face, like, it mattifies it in a way, but it's not, I don't know if y'all can tell the difference, but it does mattify it. It's not too crazy, it doesn't make your face feel tight or anything like that, but some of that dewiness that, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's just the way that it feels. It feels smooth. It's filling in something, and I guess that's what it's supposed to do, or to blur your pores, but it's really smooth. And it is so good for holding your makeup because I wore this, yeah, even after I got off the treadmill, like my makeup was still looking good. So I'm just gonna put it here. So I don't know if you can tell that that took some of that dewiness away. So we're gonna let this soak in, and then we're gonna get into the fun part, the makeup. So let me get dressed, just get August up. I'll be right back. See, oh, August, Frog, it's time to get up. I'm coming back in 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Twan. All right, we are back in business, and now it is time for concealer. I'm having a hard time deciding my Holy Grail concealers because I have two, and I have two Holy Grail color correctors, so I just alternate them, and I'm gonna use one concealer on each side today, I think. Yeah, I am gonna do that. So my favorite color correctors, I have 3. It just depends on what look I'm going for and the tone of the concealer. So I have my Natasha Denona color corrector, and this one is C4. And then I have my 2 from Huda Beauty. I have the Guava and I have the Cherry Blossom. I am gonna just go with the Natasha Denona color corrector, but I love Guava when my concealer is a little lighter. So I was noticing my Fenty concealer is a little light for me. So I like putting Guava underneath because it's darker and it gives me the rosiness, and that way I can still use the Fenty because I don't want to just mess over it. And if I really want something bright, then I'll use the Huda Beauty, the Cherry Blossom. But I'm gonna go with Natasha Denona color corrector, and then when we get into the concealer, I have my Holy Grail Natasha Denona concealer, and I also should have put in, yes, my Huda Beauty. I want to use these side by side today because I'm trying to figure out which one is the one, but I love both of these, and I didn't expect to love this one because I really love this one. And both of these have put the Dior in 3rd place, but the Dior is great as well. Anyway, I have my beauty blender here, and we're gonna get started with the next part in the routine. As you can see, my bed is now made. I do make my bed every day. The boys are up, they're eating. Marky's eating the chicken dish I made like a couple nights ago, and August is eating tacos with hot sauce for breakfast. So that's how we do things around here. I will be having my smoked salmon on a keto bagel thin with capers and chives. Is it called chives cream cheese, sour cream and chives, or whatever? I don't know what it's called, but that's what I'll have. But I have it when I get to work, so I toasted that. So that's all waiting. They have their medicine. Everybody's good, and it's 6:34, so it's been a leisurely morning. I can't complain. And I don't know, y'all have to let me know if the lighting's too bright sometimes because it's just a struggle all the time. And then I do set my sponge with the Cali Ray setting spray. So you'll see me use this all throughout the makeup process. But I love this. Look at the fine mist. Love it. So even that, like, I know it's not a concealer, but that to me lessens, like, it's not like I have like super dark circles, but it did something. I don't know what it did, but it did something. All right, we're going to do the Huda Beauty on this eye, and this is in this shade Granola. It is 4.5, I believe. And I think it says that it's golden, which I don't prefer. It's just, that's why I have to look at stuff in store because the undertones don't really matter, honestly. And I like to put some here, 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 and here. And I have like these veiny things. Y'all see that? Those little veins. I don't know what that is. I mean, they're veins. There is a brush that I do love using with my concealer, and it's from BK Beauty. I can't remember what it's called, but I do switch off between sponges and beauty blenders, but right now I'm in my beauty blender era, so that's what I'm gonna stick with. Yes, okay. I feel like it's such a good match. But this, I think, is my favorite tone because this is Rosy Peach 6 from my girl, Natasha. My Roxa palette is here, so I do plan on working with that. See the tone of that? The tone is the tone. Like, it's so peachy and just, I love that tone. You can barely see it. I just love that tone. I got some color corrector up there. I love the coverage in both of these. I think Natasha wins, but I alternate both of these. I'm just gonna bring it up here because I just want everything to be even and flow. I just think that looks great. So the next thing I'm gonna do while that sits for just a second is I'm gonna take my Urban Decay Primer Potion and I'm gonna apply that for our quick eye look today. I usually just use my finger, but sometimes that's not smart because it doesn't come out even, but most of the time it does. If I'm rushing though, no. All right, very good. Next Holy Grail. I still feel like I look super bright and I don't know if it's the tone because it's making me look real pale. That's making me look, hold on. I'm gonna go with that. That gives me, I look a little yellow, little cream. Next, we're gonna go with, oh yes. I left this at my mom's house for like a week. I was sad. This is the new Dior foundation stick. I can wear 2 shades in this. I can wear 3.5 and 4, according to when I was in the store. But I went with 4 because I'd rather go lighter than darker. I have made a little dent in it, a little. And we're just gonna apply this. And I really don't need the foundation, but I just wanna show you, like, what did we even put on? Like, what did we even put on? You can see it a little bit right there. Sometimes I use this just with my fingers. I'll just, you know, warm it up with my fingers and just blend it in like this, like that. But I'm gonna use a sponge, same sponge. I mean, it really looks like I didn't put anything on, so. Then my next Holy Grail is my Huda Beauty Peach Pie Powder. I tried this out in the mini and I finished that. And this is the unscented one, which many of us appreciate. The smell honestly didn't bother me. You know, it's not really necessary. And the brush that I love using is this Real Techniques brush, which is not a Sephora, but I love this brush for my powder. We're just gonna apply it here. And I just think it looks good all day long. So I'm really happy with it. I'd love to try the Cherry Blossom one, but I think peach powder is honestly the best shade for me. It's going under the eyes in this T-zone area. And to me, a little bit goes a long way. I just try to feel like the smoothness of my face. So there we go. Yeah, that's good. So I don't want to be looking cakey. Next, we have a bronzer. The bronzer that I have isn't sold at Sephora, but I think there's, I think there's something really close to it there. My Holy Grail bronzer actually is from NYX, but I'm not gonna use that one. I'm gonna use this one from Dior. Yes, it looks beat up, but at least y'all can see I am really using this thing. And this was the Healthy Bronze Glow, and it has that little bit of peach in it. But Dior has bronzers, so getting something with this shade, I'm not sure if it's the same exact formula or not. This one's not super deep or anything like that on me, but I just think it gives warmth to the face. So I would opt for a shade like that. And I'm hoping you can see something. Yeah, okay, right there. I might have made that up. But that's all I'm really looking for today. The NYX one, I can't be heavy-handed with that one, But I noticed with the Dior one, I can be, you know, a little more heavy-handed, and I can actually apply it all over the face if I want to, and it's not gonna make me look crazy. And you can build this one up, but it just gives a little color back into the face. I have the one with the pink streaks too, but I can't tell the difference. So I would say that this is comparable to the Dior bronzers that they carry at Sephora. I don't have any intention on getting that one though, because I have these two and others. If you see my bronzer collection video, you know it's already ridiculous. Okay, I don't really like how my hair is right here. I don't know what happened there. Oh, okay, I don't know what's going on. All right, there we have the bronzer. And we're gonna go next into my Holy Grail blush, which is from Haus Labs, and it is in the shade Fire Moon. Yes, I'm still mad about the size, so I don't know what else to say. But I love this color. This has taken the place of Desert Orchid from Pat McGrath. I just think that this color, this like flush, I don't know. I really like this shade a lot. I have another Holy Grail blush, and it is a new Holy Grail, but it is. And it's a very similar tone, different formula, and that's by Fenty, and that's the Baking Cakes. It's just that Fenty has better sales. They have 25% off and sometimes 30%. So I'm not really trying to include a lot of Fenty in this video. I mean, unless you have like some points that you need to use, her sales are better. It just gives a natural flush to the cheeks. And when I don't know what eyeshadow look I'm going with, I just think this goes with everything, so I don't have to wait until the last step to do my blush. And that's what I love about this shade. Get a little bit on the nose. There's my blush. Holy Grail Highlighter is gonna be from Dior. And I like that I'm showing these Dior products because you can get 15% off, but you can't often get 20. So this is a great time to, you know, do the luxury thing if you're into it. So this is the Forever Glow Maximizer, and it's in the shade Peachy. I just like to take that, and sometimes I do this on the eyes as well if I'm not doing an eyeshadow look, which I haven't been doing. Well, I have actually lately. But before that, I would just take this or a bronzer or the bronzer and then this. And you see it just gives like some dewiness back to the skin. The Haus Labs blush is, you know, it's matte. So if you just want a little bit of a natural sweat look, then you can use the Dior. And you can use your fingers with this. That's what I prefer to do. And it's just subtle. It's not glittery or anything like that. And unless you turn your head to see it, like looking straight on, it doesn't look like I have anything on my face. Okay, we are gonna go into my Holy Grail eyeshadow palette, which is just hard to believe actually. But you saw it on the thumbnail. One of you encouraged me to bring this back out. And I was like, okay, I will. And I've worn it every day since. The Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. I mean, the shade that had my heart with this palette is the shade Vague. Vague and Wit. These two, Vague and Wit. I thought Peanut Butter from Sydney Grace was my perfect transition shade, but I actually think it's Vague. Just the color of it is, for me, like is amazing. So I have, this is just a Morphe brush, not my favorite, but it's what I got. And I'm going into Vague all over the lid. And Vague is almost, well, it's very similar to the Fire Moon blush from Haus Labs. This is like my favorite color, y'all. I cannot explain it. I put this on the other day and I was just like, is this my favorite look of the moment? I haven't been doing intricate eyeshadow looks, but I realize I do still appreciate a flush of color on the lid. even if it's just one shade, to me, it makes the look more complete. Not to mention, I was doing lunch duty the other day, and this one little boy was like, "You are so pretty." And I was like, "Thank you." And then somebody else was like, "Yeah, you're so pretty." And I was like, these kids, I can't. But if you've been watching me, I told you all last year, my kids hated when they could tell I had makeup on. And they would not hesitate to be like, that is too much. I don't even wear a lot of makeup. Like, I'll see what I put on. I mean, it's not heavy. I'm not heavy-handed with it. But it wasn't the complexion stuff. It was the eyeshadow. They were not feeling me at all. They were like, that is too much. And they would do makeup checks like, let me see today, Miss Chambers. And I'm like, excuse me, with your nails. Sorry. I used to be like, what, are they serious? And they were like, it's too much sparkle, but let me come in and roll like this. They would be like, yes. And that's part of that new generation, which, you know, that's very cool. So we're gonna go into wit. It's also cool to wear makeup if you want to, little children. But I do love their appreciation for the natural face. So that's wit right there. I like to bring that up just a hair. I brought that up too high, but that's okay. I don't like to have like so much white space. It just depends. Sometimes I'll do, you know what's good? Like if you go up too high or you need a gradient, the Hourglass finishing powder, gradient it right up. It will make you have a gradient. That's another holy grail, but that'll be in my little recommendation video. Cause, still can't find my Tiger palette though. And I know I didn't wash it. So I don't know. I'm like, if it fell behind something, it's probably broke somewhere crying. I'd be like, damn, I really would love to wear that Tiger palette with this look. I think because I do have the Evil Eye palette, but I think I still prefer Snake and Tiger over that one, although I love the Evil Eye palette. And I'm trying to figure out which one do I like best between Tiger and Snake, but I can't because it's lost. I'm gonna take Wit under the lash line, just giving a little color here. Now I'm starting to get chatty because now it's 6:53. You see when we started, but if I wasn't filming, I could do this in 15 minutes. Inner corner, wheat. I'm gonna take this brush and believe it or not, I've been using the shade Fair. Now, you know I love a sparkly highlight, but this little matte situation, it's just perfect. It's perfect. It's just so great. We are gonna use a little shimmer, so don't fret, my pet. Oh, you know what? Let me text. See, I'm tired of chasing after the boys. I will surely text them like, hey, come brush your hair. Hey, come brush your teeth. Hey, make sure you take your medicine. Hey, put on your shoes. Because I can't keep getting up and running after them. They have to have some type of responsibility. And August might want, he might want to take a treatment. So, okay. And we'll see what they do with that information. Oh, he told me to stop. August told me to stop. I don't have time. Like, I'm trying to help y'all out. So I'm gonna go into my shade. My shade is Mia right here. It's like the Wet Effect, I believe. Actually, Delilah. We're not gonna go into Delilah today. We're gonna go into Mia. And I'm taking this Singe Beauty brush. This is one of my, is this the one I like? Hold on. Oh no, the one I like is pointy, but that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna take my Cali Ray spray. We're just gonna take Mia and just, sometimes I use my fingers. Bless you. Okay, so he just came in and did absolutely nothing. Did y'all see that? He did absolutely nothing. This is my favorite. This is just everything. I know some of y'all are like, what did you do? The bare minimum. I did the bare minimum. But that's what I'm feeling right now. I'm trying to keep it in the center. Little spotlight there. Let me know your thoughts on that, because I love that. That is excellent. So next, we're gonna spray the face. I mean, this one's so good. You can spray with your eyes open. Probably don't wanna talk, but for mascara, this is the Tartelette Tubing Mascara and it's in brown. And I love this one because, dang, I zoomed out. This one to me is really shiny on the eyes. I'm not doing liner, and I don't have a Holy Grail liner from Sephora, by the way. My Holy Grail liners, I don't even know if they have them at Sephora, are the slick waterline pencils from Melt, but you might as well get them from Melt. I don't know if Melt's leaving Sephora, but all their stuff is on sale anyway. So then you can get it for even cheaper. So maybe you would get a slick waterline pencil from there. I just don't think they have them, but those things are the best thing since sliced bread. I cannot explain it enough. So also my lashes are growing, which makes me happy. And I love the brown mascara. This is like so wet and it makes my lashes look hydrated and shiny. But only I see that, and that's fine because I'm doing my makeup for me. Now, apparently this mascara went viral on TikTok, and that's where I got this. I actually got this from the TikTok shop because at the time they had, if you bought one, you got another one. So I have black and brown, but I didn't open the black because I'm just not trying to have a lot of mascaras open because I do get rid of them after 3 to 6 months, just depending on how I'm feeling. So this is a nice fresh one. I've only had this open for a couple of weeks. Another mascara that I like to use is the Roller Lash from Benefit. I like that one. I have Bad Gal Bang, but I'm feeling this brown one. I have this one from Charlotte Tilbury that's, I think it's called Push Up Lashes, and that one's okay too. It's more of a burgundy than a brown, but then when I took a picture with my eyes closed, I just didn't like, you could see the contrast, but that was probably like how I applied it. So whatever. That looks so nice to me. Now, you know, you could make this stand out a little more with a liner, but I'm just not feeling it today for a liner. If I were to do a liner though, it would be Rich Brown from Melt or Bordeaux from Victoria Beckham or Fig from Victoria Beckham. Those are the only 3 liners I really use, which is unfortunate because I have more liners than that. And I just ordered some from ColourPop, but I haven't opened them yet. So I will be bringing those BFF liners out, but this is not what this video is about, so not today. Oh my gosh, so pretty. They look so small, but they're really growing. Gotta make sure I have time to make my breakfast. This is the time I really start doing my makeup. Like, I'll do all those other parts while I'm running around, but I just got up a little earlier so I could really have it be therapy and record and chat and do all those great things. Because I honestly can't remember the last time I've done a get ready with me or put makeup on camera. I just been trying to chill out and do commentary, which is fun too. Like, these lashes are a little tangled. Okay. Grande lash. All right, now, hold on now. Now I'm starting to get doing too much. Whatever, that's what the look is. Okay, we're gonna finish this off with the lips. Oh my gosh. So of course, the stuff I love, I can't find. And that's usually the case. So I have one Hourglass lip pencil, and let me let you know what shade it's in. I bought Uncover. Uncover is a warm terracotta. See it right there, Uncover. That's what I bought, I'm almost certain. And that was my favorite, but my new favorite, y'all, no music is doing it in my life right now. This is the Fenty Traced Out Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Satin Panty. I'm gonna use that because that's what I got right now. And these are very smooth. They don't pull or anything like that. I've just been using them every day. And these are at Sephora. But I was just trying to showcase some things that I use so much when they're not lost that would be worth it, you know, because you don't get that percentage off. Again, I wouldn't necessarily encourage getting this product there. Now let's talk about the lipstick, because that's what we really need to talk about. This Hourglass matte lipstick, first of all, I don't know, people aren't really talking about these since they're not new anymore, but these Hourglass lipsticks are so good. My favorite satin one is in the shade Larch. Y'all will love that. It's such a beautiful brown. But my favorite lip combo has been to take that Uncover liner when it's not lost and put it with the shade Peony. And that's it right there. And this is the matte one. Larch is a satin, Peony is the matte. And I have 2 mattes. I have Peony and Foxglove, but I'm thinking about adding maybe 2 more to my collection, but I don't know because Lisa Eldridge, she is coming out with some cream lipsticks. So I don't know, but it's gonna be expensive. So I would really appreciate getting more of these on sale. These are matte, but they're still hydrating. They're not drying at all. Like you can still go like that and there's no tug there. And I love this shade because it's, I was gonna say it's like my lip color, but better. No, it's just better because my lips are pale. You know you lose color in your lips as you age. So I've definitely lost it. So this, friends, is my everyday makeup look. I think it is so pretty. I will go out like this. I will go out on a date like this. I might change the lip up a little bit, use some eyeliner or something like that. But this is my signature look now. The Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette has really come through for me in my life. And now I'm like, ooh, I need to give the warm a chance, but I just can't stop using this one. There's something about these tones that I'm really loving, and that's why I do have the Icy Nude palette in my cart from Huda Beauty, because she takes a little more risks when it comes, well, no, I wouldn't say that. Let me take that back. She doesn't take more risks when it comes to texture, but I will say that the textures I think are more bold. Like she's gonna have a glitter, which I'm not, you know, too excited about. She has a couple more duochrome shimmers in the Icy Nude palette. She also has a couple of warm shades that's gonna give that nude palette a little more versatility. And I think it might go a little bit deeper. Is it still everyone's cup of tea? I don't think so. I don't think anything is everyone's cup of tea, but I am seeing now why people are going for this Natasha Denona nude palette. And I will say that it is really dependent. I don't know if it's your skin tone or is it your skin undertone? Because I saw some looks on richer skin with that Icy Nude palette and I was like, damn, that's not gonna look like that on me. And it looked fantastic. Like those light shades did not look ashy at all. In fact, the contrast of the skin with that eye look, it was so beautiful, not ashy. It just looked luxe. Oh my gosh, that girl was so pretty. Now I'm gonna have to put a picture up with the Icy Nude. I was just like, damn, that's not gonna look like that on me. It's just not. Those tones are gonna blend in more with my skin, but on her skin, I was like, girl, I need to be where you are. Where ski slopes are you at? Because that's where I'm coming. That's how I felt. So it's not, I don't think that the palette is light. I think it's like, does it go with your undertone? And I was really questioning whether or not the I Need a Nude palette went with my undertone. These shades do. I have to look a little more at, actually no, I wore the taupey shades in the last video I did, the Winter Arc video. I wore this shade, and maybe this shimmer, one of the shimmers. And it was real like antique-y, and I enjoyed that as well. Oh look, it's 7:09. So now I must go, but that is today's look. So you all are gonna have to let me know your thoughts. I am so ready for work. We've got a little bit of daylight out here now, so all I gotta do is get my little smoked salmon together and we are gonna be out of here. Just wanted to show y'all the real life eye look, makeup look, because y'all know how the cameras can be, but I think it is so pretty.
Let me see. Hi.
Oh, they wanna say hi. Hold on.
Hi.
All right, we off to work, off to the races, y'all. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. I am gonna have a video with some recommendations. I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna talk about more things that I use frequently. This is the stuff I'm using every single day though, and I think they are worth it. If you can't get them on sale for a higher discount than the 20%, this is it. This is the time. And let's just, while I'm here, I'm gonna just go with a Holy Grail fragrance today. I'll probably layer it with something else though. Vanilla Skin from Fleur. This is the Eau de Parfum, but if you're into body sprays, The body spray is good too. This is like vanilla, but there's sandalwood here, so it's gourmand, but it's not. It's edible, but I just got something in my throat. It's edible, but it's not. There's something else with it. There's a depth with the sandalwood there that it's just amazing. It's amazing. And the body spray is strong as well. So Flora, that's my baby. I love that house. All right, let me go. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all really soon. Bye.